No, they're right there. What's up, everybody? I started my live stream, but no one's listening yet. Boom, 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 boom. Let's see. History. Not very many, really. It's more about the people who are participating. Like, the most viewers we'll have is like 10, and maybe each live stream in like 2 weeks gets like 150 or 200 views. But for me, it's more about the people who actually choose to join the call. That's who I focus on. Any comments? Not yet. I just gotta wait. I got this cool wide angle camera that sees like entire rooms. It was only $30. But it does, so it doesn't see a whole room, but it sees like how you're okay. If you're sitting in the center of a room and you look at one wall, you can see both the corners of that wall, right? A regular camera can't do that. Hey Rita! Whoa, Rita, you have a real profile picture now. Can you hear me? I just realized I may have no. Oh yeah, I never clicked join audio. Ha! No one could hear me that entire time. What's up?
I can hear you now.
Nice.
I couldn't at first. How you doing?
I am doing awesome. I am currently in Wheeling, West Virginia, where I used to live.
Nice.
How are you doing?
Good. Can you see my face?
Yeah, I know. You have an actual profile picture now. Well, you had one
Okay.
before, but it was more out. This seems more confident. That's like just your face. There's nothing else.
Just my face, not like live, but
Hey,
you know,
next
the baby
week.
steps. Baby steps. Yeah. Well. And so, how is Wheeling? Is it hot right now or cold?
No, it's definitely cold. Like, definitely cold. There's actually that's a gas heater and is the source of this room's livability.
Oh, wow.
Huh? Oh yeah, and they want you to see. That's one of the dogs. Oh, that's one of their dogs. He's in the cage right now. He's new. And then there's the other dog whose name is Lily. Where is Lily? Oh, she just went in the other room. Well, she was actually here earlier. She was like right here. She's a Cavalier. Super affectionate. Really cool dog.
Nice. Nice. I'm with some Boston Terriers right now.
Camera makes me feel more accountable. It sees everything.
The habits are dropping off a little because you're not at home.
Just hide all the dirty stuff. Here we go. There we go. Now I just have this pillow. There's nothing behind the pillow. It's not covering a bunch of trash. No.
Nothing to see here.
Yeah. We can give Bray a bit of time. So, how was your week? How did everything go?
Okay. You want to talk about goals yet, or should I just ramble on about nothing?
So I want to make this call 1 hour,
Okay.
because I'm around a bunch of people, and yeah. Next week we'll get back into the regular routine of things.
Okay, I'll focus then on the goals. I was supposed to download the software for video editing, which I have done.
Yeah, you did an export. I watched it. And then I felt like, yeah, I'm able to watch it. You not being able to watch it means that your phone or computer has a problem viewing the file, but I was able to watch it and it was a viewable clip. So you successfully did it from my perspective.
Okay. And that was actually not using DaVinci on the laptop. That was actually using some other thing on that I've already gotten rid of. It was like a free trial and I had it and then I got rid of it. I don't remember what it was. But Okay, good. I'm glad you could at least see it. I don't even know what it was. I just threw three things that I had together. Didn't even look at them, But
Yeah, I
but
didn't
then
watch the whole thing. I just watched long enough to see that you had successfully
yeah,
outputted a
good,
video file that had audio, and you did.
good. Okay,
So,
good, good, good. And then so I didn't get my laptop till Friday. I don't know why. I thought it was going to be Monday. So and then I couldn't pick it up till yesterday. And I'm just having a little glitch as far as starting
so
any
you
editing.
just got a new laptop. What kind of laptop did you get?
Well, it's not new. It's used. It's a HP.
Yeah, but it's new for you.
Yes.
You didn't have
Yeah.
it before. You do now. It's new. It's brand new.
Well, and they clean them up, and it looks like pretty new. It's
Really?
set. The ad said that there was scuffs or something, but I think it looks fine. Yeah, it's a HP like 840 or 820. I can't remember. And then it should be fast enough and have enough memory to do video editing. Fingers crossed.
How much did you spend?
179 free
Oh,
shipping.
nice. Dang. Yeah, that's a good price point.
Yeah, so I'll let you know if it's fast enough and can do what I need it to do. You do need kind of a powerful. From what I've been told, maybe it's old information, but from what I understand, you need a halfway, kind of powerful computer to
Yeah, you
do
need,
video
so
editing.
video editing is heavy on your CPU, which is kind of ironic because there's basically you have your CPU and you have your GPU, a graphics card, right?
Yeah.
And video editing doesn't really care about your graphics card at all, which is funny because you would think that the graphics card is what is used to do video editing, but video editing is it's like almost entirely a CPU task. So you do need a stronger CPU, but the reality is that, like computer technology, there's some law that states that computer technology doubles every like 6 years or 8 years or something. So like even like a mid tier or low tier CPU now is like 10, 20 times more capable than a like high expensive CPU 10, 15 years ago.
Yeah.
So
Oh yeah.
the thing
But
that's going to happen is you're going to be able to do video editing. The difference is that when you have a slow CPU, when you click that export button, it may take 30 minutes for 10 minutes of video, or it may take an hour for 30 minutes, something like that. When you have a faster computer or a faster CPU, that exporting rendering process speeds up significantly. Sorry. And Lily, oi, what are you looking at out there? Yeah, I see you. You're being super inconvenient right now. Lily, you're too cute. One second. I gotta go get her and put her in my lap. One second. Come with me. No. But you can't see the window.
she's cute.
Yeah, Lily is adorable. She's a great dog. Now when there's no window. Yeah, look, just look at yourself on the screen, see?
Probably
Um,
gonna have to pat her the whole time, huh?
yeah. Yeah, but so the other thing, it'll better computer will decrease your render time, and it's also going to increase the amount of stuff you can have on your timeline. Do you know what when I say timeline, do you know what I'm referring to?
The place where it all goes and where you cut it and all that.
Yeah, that's right. You get it now. You're a video editing master at this point.
Oh, okay.
But so that the amount of stuff that you have in your timeline, say that you just have like 5 or 6 clips you're putting together, you're going to be able to do this on like even a really old computer. But say that you have a heavily edited video with lots of effects and you have like 100 different objects in your timeline, then your computer might struggle with it if it's a slower computer versus a faster computer. So
Will
those
it
are the
still work?
two those are the
Will it
two
still
main
work?
things.
Will it
Probably,
still
yeah.
work?
It'll always work. It's just gonna be like you click and try and drag something, and instead of it dragging immediately, it lags for a second or something. Um,
Okay.
but either way, like you're gonna be able to make the video most likely. The only other thing is that sometimes if you have a bad or a weak CPU, it'll export and you think the video is fine, but then when you go look at it, it has a really bad frame rate or something like that. Um, you're
Ew, that's
adorable.
gonna make me sad.
Yeah, but you'll be able to check it. I don't think that's gonna happen. I'm pretty sure you're gonna be fine. What up, Ray?
Hey, Bray.
How's it going, Bray?
Hey, what's up, guys? Well, how you liking it in Florida?
I was only in Florida for a layover, and I spent 4 hours in customs.
What?
Yeah.
Why is that?
I think it's just luck of the draw. People in line were saying it was because of the coronavirus thing, but there wasn't a single point where an airport person even said the word China to me. So I'm pretty sure that's not why. Like there was literally nothing, no interaction based off of it. I think it was just that I landed at a time where there were a bunch of other flights landing, and because I've spent like 3 hours or 2.5 hours in customs normally before, so
Hmm.
4 hours is longer. But also, I was traveling with a friend, and he forgot his phone inside the airplane. So we waited for the entire airplane to unload, and we were on a big airplane, and then we were literally the last people. So I think that was another factor. Like it was busy, and we were the last of the last. Like it was so bad there were parts where the line was moving forward and we didn't even care because we were sitting down and there was no one behind us and we could just wait
Yeah.
30 minutes and then just move once. It was intense.
Man, oh man, them airports, man, it's something new. I only rode an airplane once, and that was during Christmas last year, so that was an experience.
Can you
So
guys
you
hear
got the
me
new,
okay? I got a new headset.
yeah, it's good. Which ones are those?
It was like an $18 Skull Candy headset from Walmart. But I realized that for a lot of videos, like sometimes I don't record because I'm not in a completely quiet environment. But with a headset, you don't have to be. They're kind of designed to just record what's right there, right? They don't notice an ambient noise as much. Whereas with a microphone, oh, I can show you guys something too. You guys will appreciate this. Oh, I stopped petting Lily and she's looking out the window. I mean, she's gonna be barking again. Look what I got. I got an arm and a
Dang,
microphone.
there we go,
Yay!
Mr.
Yeah.
Professional.
Dude, these arms, I thought they were like $100, but you can get them for 20 bucks, like brand new, with a year warranty. That's how much this
Wow,
was. Crazy, right?
wow. So, and then what type of microphones on it?
This is Quadcast, HyperX Quadcast, I think. It's in the $100 to $150 price range of USB microphones. Um, and I got it just because I wanted to get something different because I got the same exact microphone the past couple times, and I love the audio of the Yeti, but I didn't like that it failed the exact same way every time I used it.
Yeah.
So I wanted to get something. And in Nicaragua, where I work, there's like this cubby directly above my desk, so this can literally just be like this. Well, like right there in front of me. It's awesome, and you can just move it wherever you want.
Oh, I can't wait to hear the sound quality because now you can just look at your other videos based on the Yeti and then just
Yeah.
switch back to your new
So
videos.
it would be like, honestly, you have to have some training to really be able to tell the difference between like pretty much most of the $100 to $150 microphones sound almost the same. Like if you compare audio files directly, you're going to notice some slight differences. But if you try and predict what microphone people are using when you're hearing multiple different people talk and maybe other audio as well, you're not going to have any idea. It's not like people act like, oh, there's this one best microphone, but really, it depends on what you're doing, what you're using things for. I will say this
Exactly.
one's way lighter. Like a Yeti's a heavy microphone. It's got a lot of heavy metal in it. Um,
Mm,
but that being said, mine all still failed the same way, so whatever. I don't know if there is a correlation between lightness and quality, you know? Like, I mean, it feels like it is. Like, people like it when something feels heavy and sturdy, but at the same time, that doesn't necessarily mean that it's actually better, you know? That just
yeah,
means that
better
it's
for
made out of
freaking
something heavier.
falling and stuff. Yeah,
Yeah,
the heavier it is, harder it falls, huh?
yeah.
Dang, Rita, you tricked me. I thought you was doing a live, showing your face live for a minute.
Well,
She's one step away now, though.
There we go. Yeah, yeah. I'm
Yeah.
happy. I'm happy.
Well,
Man, this
if I'm live, then I can't run around and do stuff while I'm talking to you guys.
um
Isn't that terrible?
Yeah, you
you're a
can.
multitasker.
I guess I'm just putzing around.
Understandable.
I've had some calls where I'm like not actively involved, but I'm there like on call for when someone has a question. I pipe in, and I totally play WoW while I'm doing that. But it's funny because
Oh,
it
that's
just looks
bad.
like this. Like, I mean, it's the same, you know. But it's
That's
different. I wouldn't do that for like a call like this, obviously, because I have to actually
It's
talk and
your call.
interact. Yeah, yeah. But there are calls where like I'm there just to talk for like 5% of the time or something, and I mostly just listen. Like Chris's call is like that when I participate usually. Like I usually have like a section that I speak, so I'll speak for like 5 or 10 minutes, maybe, but that's pretty much it. He recently changed the format of them, so they're way shorter, so that
Hmm.
doesn't happen as much.
So you're in California now?
No, I'm in West Virginia.
Oh,
I'm
okay,
on the East
okay,
Coast, close to
okay.
Pittsburgh.
All right.
And this
Okay.
call, I want to make it an hour because I'm at a friend's house. They're doing stuff, and I don't want to like occupy the living room for too long. Also, I've been traveling a bunch, and I slept for like 2 hours or 4 hours last night and 3 hours the night before. I'm not sure how I'm functioning. I feel great. I don't really know what's going on here. I didn't
Eh,
consume ridiculous amounts of caffeine.
Staying in motion, adrenaline going, new places,
Yeah,
just
I think that's it exactly. It's
yeah.
that
Don't always need that 8 hours.
that new environment energy. So Rita, you were saying how you got in the software. We were talking about the computer. You
Oh
got a
yeah,
new
yeah.
computer.
Yeah, but it didn't. I don't know where the product key is for Windows, so I won't be able to run the. I did download DaVinci software, and
Okay.
that's good. I think that's fine, but I have to have Windows to run it. So I'm waiting to hear back from the eBay seller.
Okay.
We'll see. I got a little paper in the box that said that the product key was on the bottom of the laptop, but I don't see it. So that's where I'm at with that. I'll just keep going.
Okay. And so yeah, they must have wiped the. So there's ways for you can download a program that looks at your computer and tells you what your Windows product key is, but that only works when it's already been uh installed and updated. It sounds like the seller did a typical wipe of a hard drive to reset the operating system and then just installed a base version, and then you have to like yeah, so it's giving you messages saying like this may not be authentic, or you have 30 days to activate, or whatever. Is that what's
Something
happening?
like that. Yeah, something gives a little thing that says that you need to activate it.
Okay.
So
So you found the software, or you found a different software because of that, and
no, no. I mean, that's what I did. I just went. I didn't realize. I don't know. I just everything was going okay. So I thought Windows was already on or something. I don't know. It's been a while since I've got a new Windows based
yeah.
computer, PC, whatever. So I've been using a Chromebook for 3 or 4 years, so I kind of forgot all the little ins and outs. But yeah, so I just installed the DaVinci, and then saw that little sign. I was like, oh, I don't have Windows.
Yeah, so it's not that you don't have Windows. It's that like you're running Windows, but it hasn't been activated. So it's like a trial version, but a
Oh, okay.
computer can't not have an operating system.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
so yeah.
Okay.
But
So
that's
that's it.
cool.
And then I only made 2 videos this week, which
Hey,
is I'm off. I don't know what my excuse is. I
you
just
made 2 more videos than I did.
oh, but I'm supposed to do one every other day, so it's all right. Oh, there's one more little thing, and then I want to let somebody else talk. But last week I think it was Sunday, I turned my eBay store back on.
Whoa.
I know, and I've been listing every day since Tuesday, except I forgot yesterday. So I listed Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, just one thing. I'm taking Chris's advice. Just going back to basics. Do one listing from start to finish. Don't break it up or anything. Just basics, and it was fine. And then I sold 3 things already. So that was encouraging. I know eBay's just teasing me like he does.
If you're
But
having fun.
it's fun right now. Yeah. I got to keep it fun.
Yeah,
If I can ever
maybe
get
you
up to
just
2 a day,
needed
that'd be great.
a break from it and to be away from how you were doing it, to have the time to see how you want to.
Yeah, I just got some of it. Chris is awesome, but sometimes that was way ahead of where I was
Well,
mentally.
Chris
Like
is way ahead of most people. Chris
everybody.
is like
Yeah,
super
and so it kind
hardcore.
of I allowed it to overwhelm me, because you got to do this, you got to do this, you got to do this, this all these, and I understand everything he's saying, but I also have another job that's full time, and I'm tired and whatever, and I can't do all that.
Yeah,
And
makes
so
sense.
I just let it overwhelm me, and that's part of the reason I was burnt out. Plus all the other stupid eBay glitches and all that shit that I won't talk about. I won't get into, but those 2 things together kind of burnt me out. So yeah, I'm just gonna. It may not lead anywhere, or maybe I'll just list 1 thing a day for a year and make an extra couple $100 a month. But yeah, I'm just gonna. I don't have to know the outcome. I'm just trying to get in the routine again.
Yeah, that's all that counts.
Yep. Routines.
Awesome. Sounds like you did great then.
I had a good week.
Yeah, you got your laptop, you got you're making the moves, got involved in eBay again. That wasn't even a planned, expected thing. You're going the extra mile.
Oh, and I did some day trading too.
Woo!
It's, what, Jack, what you said about yourself, I'm the same way. I got to do different things all day.
Yeah.
It can make you a little crazy, maybe, but if you just take it slow, I think it's okay. Like, when on Friday, I knew I was kind of messing up with the day trading because I still don't know how to use the charts completely. And I'm like, okay, I'm just going to clear out everything, sell my duds. I was holding on to a couple of duds, and you're not supposed to do that with day trading. It's rules, it's these rules. Because Bray explained, if you had hundreds or thousands of dollars on the line and you were just letting that sit overnight, you'd lose sleep,
Yeah.
So you don't want to start bad habits, even though it's only a few bucks. I'm only using $100. It's only a few bucks at a time that I lose or gain. Sometimes it's only 50 cents, but you want to develop the good habits now, so you're not messed up later, going crazy.
Exactly. I don't want you to follow down my sloppy slip, my slow learning curve. So try to accelerate that for you.
Thank you. Yeah, you've been very helpful. You've been answering questions and just a lot of great guidance, and I really appreciate it.
No problem. I'll come down there too, Rita. No, don't don't tempt me. You're only 2 hours away.
Yeah, at some point you guys have to make a video or meet up or something.
Yeah. We'll do that sometime.
Okay.
At some point when I'm rich, I'll visit California.
You were there last year, weren't you?
Yeah, and that entire trip was on credit cards.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, I have a story. I'm on Medicaid now.
Really?
Isn't that so?
Wow.
Funnily,
well, you don't have to pay taxes, so you might as well get benefits.
Yeah, no. Even though I have an amazing high quality life in Nicaragua, as I am a U.S. citizen, and I do technically live in the United States. So as far as the United States is concerned, I'm poor as shit and I'm in poverty and I need some help. So I went to a website because I thought I was gonna get taxed or charged when I did my taxes for not having health insurance, and then I filled out some stuff, and then it was like, oh, you don't earn enough to even need to worry about this. You're eligible for Medicaid. And then I stopped. I didn't think I'd actually applied for it or gotten it because I didn't prove anything. Like I didn't. I didn't prove that I don't make any money or whatever, right? But then when I arrived here, I had a card addressed to me. I have health insurance now, paid for by West Virginia.
Sweet.
This is awesome, yeah. And so I'm getting glasses and some other things.
Oh, that's
good.
great.
Yeah.
Use those benefits. Hell yeah.
It's funny. I feel a little bit like I'm abusing it a little bit because I'm not abusing it. The reality is, by the American standards, I shouldn't be able to exist. because I don't earn enough money really to live a good life in America. I don't live there, so it
Yeah,
doesn't
well,
matter, you
that's
know.
why you left, because jobs have disappeared and so forth, and so forth. I won't get into all that, but it is difficult to make enough in the United States unless you're a certain level and education and so forth, and picked the right thing. And it is difficult, and you actually had to move to a foreign country so you could have a decent life, and no shame in that. And so why shouldn't you
I think
get better?
I would have still done the same things. It's just I would have worked more if I was in the US, whereas I don't have to in Nicaragua. And I'm kind of actively encouraged not to earn a whole lot more money just because tax-wise, like I can not pay much because I'm in like the
Yeah,
lowest possible tax bracket. But if I earn another $2,000 a year, then I get bumped up, right? So I pay more in taxes.
yeah.
But in reality, the Spanish content website is probably gonna break that at some point. So we'll see.
Yeah, that's always a dilemma. Should I make more and have
Yeah.
to pay more taxes? Yep.
So, how much do you spend per month in Nicaragua?
In Nicaragua, um, well, my rent's $130. I pay $50 for internet, but it's split with a friend, so actually I only pay 25, so we're at $155. I pay $10 for a maid to come 4 days a month, or once a week. So that's let's say $170. Yeah, $170. Um, plus let's say $200 for groceries and food. I could reduce that by like 60% by shopping at the cheapest places possible, but I don't do that. Um, so plus another $200, we're at $370. Electricity is like $3.
Is that
So
because y'all don't use it that much, or it's just the
no,
price?
so actually for Latin America, Nicaragua has fairly expensive electricity. But
$3. That's terrible.
well, it's okay, it's
That's
$3, but
outrageous. It's an outrage.
it's split
Oh
between me
my
and four
gosh!
other people. So really it's a
Yeah,
$12
$12.
Oh
Oh my
my
electrical bill.
god! Let me just bring a Tesla over there and just drive
So
around.
so the main reason it
Oh
is so
my
cheap
gosh!
is because we don't use air conditioning. And air conditioning counts for most of your electrical usage, typically, or heating. But that's like gas, depending on where you are. Like air conditioning is, if you have air conditioning, it's likely between 30 and 70% of your entire energy expenditure. So it's like here we have fans, we have a fridge, and we have computers, or in Nicaragua rather. So that what number were we at?
360, 370.
370. Oh, yeah, and that's 200 for food and rent.
Yep, did
I
that.
spend like $100 something a week on each month.
Oh,
Uh,
okay, okay.
for me, that's a cost of living that is like really useful and valuable for me.
Right, it keeps you going. Yeah.
Um, but that's about it. Like I have some more expenses because I have credit card debt. So I have like 4 credit cards that I pay like $40 or $50 per month. And I've got some other business things that like I need to pay these subscriptions for certain softwares to work and run and operate. But yeah, my basic cost is around $500 or $600 a month. Um, and like I said, that's like with spending money on food and like if I get a tattoo or something, that's $100. Um, but typically I don't really do much else, and one of the reasons for that is because the marijuana usage. It really helps make me like feel interested in being home. Essentially, like if I'm smoking weed occasionally, like in the night, then I can leave, go to the grocery store, get some stuff, cook, and I feel like I got out of the house enough to not feel cramped, and then I can like smoke and paint or do something, and I feel interested. Whereas I get bored way more easily if I'm not smoking. So it's harder. It's
Uh,
harder to like be at home most of the time and be happy if that makes sense. I need more socializing and stuff. But because I live in an environment where I'm around people, I don't have to leave the house. And it's also awesome because I work without even trying to, because people ask me to explain to them like how to earn money and stuff, and I explain it in Spanish now, and that's me practicing for my job, but I don't have to like go to work. It just comes to me. Like it's really weird. It's like a little bit nervous for me because I see now that I've set myself up with a life where I don't have to develop my persistence or my diligence. I can just keep doing a little bit every single day, and I don't even really need to try to because my environment makes me do it. And
Yep.
I kind of feel like that's separated from me. Like I'm just doing well because past Jack put me in this situation. I don't
Yep.
feel like I'm like really working at it. You know what I mean? Like I'm doing great. I
Wow.
feel happy, but at the
Yeah.
same time,
So you don't have to go balls to the walls and be like,
yeah,
"Ah, I gotta
yeah.
get this done this week. Ah.
But most of that is because of the expenses I just explained in Nicaragua.
True, true, man. Money
And
is.
yeah, and usually my biggest stress is knowing I'm gonna have to pay taxes on all the income that I had last year. Um, but I just did most of my taxes, and because I didn't earn much money, I'm only gonna have to pay like $1,000. And historically, I pay between like $2,000 and $4,000, and I would take loans out, and then paying those loans would be a bigger monthly bill than my rent. But
Oh man.
now I won't even have to do that. So it's like I don't even, what am I supposed to freak out about? That was like the big thing that like, and after spending all of that time with that eBay bill every month of like $7,000 to $10,000, that just I think completely rewired my head, because now I'm just like everything's fine. Like I'm alive still. I don't, how did that happen? I don't know. There's so many times I thought everything was just going to end and it didn't. And I guess I just needed to go through that enough to really understand now that there's a solution to everything. It's just a matter of time. Beating yourself up isn't going to get there. You got to understand yourself, nurture yourself, give yourself what you need to be at your best, and trust that you're going to do it. And it seems to be working pretty well.
There we go. There we go. I like that, man. I noticed on the chat, whenever we talk about weed or marijuana, we're all like kind of secretive about it. We all say it low.
Yeah,
And
I've
I
been
smoke
talking more
weed.
openly about it recently.
Oh shoot! It's just that thing in our head, you know. It's like, oh, people might not be so comfortable about it.
Well, there are some people, but like honestly, if this was a video that I was expecting a bunch of people to watch on YouTube, I wouldn't talk about marijuana because I live in places where it's illegal. But this is a live stream that only certain like kind of dedicated, less judgmental fans are even going to follow in the first place. So it's like I don't view it as a liability for me. But say that I was making a video that I anticipated would get tens of thousands of views, I would not talk about me smoking weed. Like, I don't mind that people can know and research and find out that that's something I do, but I can't have it be like thrown in front of people because it is illegal in Nicaragua. That's like true. It's not illegal in California.
Nope.
There you go.
And I still don't do it. But anyway, but anyway, I wanted to change the subject because I know you don't have much time left. I'd like to hear how you guys did with your goals.
You want to start or do you want me to, Ray?
Oh, you go.
Okay. So my thing was to do one of these emails each day, and I did about half of them. Oh, whoa, alt mutes?
You muted yourself, yeah. Oh.
Wait, how did I mute myself? Alt? No, alt doesn't do it.
Oh, I think.
How did I do that by accident? Whatever, I got distracted there. Yeah, so I'm working on making a email list database. So it's 52 emails that get sent out once per week for 1 year, right? And each email teaches a Nicaraguan person a specific thing that is useful to them. So my goal was to sit down in front of this and do one of these rough draft emails per day. And I did half of them. So that it definitely, I was putting it off a lot. This is not the kind of work I'm good at. I can share the screen and show you how boring it looks. I feel like I need to do that. Oh, look, it's already on I already have it open. Look at that. I'm being good.
It's the tedious stuff.
Yeah, and I realize I'll say something I can do in a second. But so let me explain real quick. You have a column here that's the number, right? So there's 52 of these. This is the concept title, which is different than the email title. The concept title is just what I am naming the concept that I need to teach. But then I need to go through and think, okay, when someone reads this and they just read the title of the email, they need to walk away with something they learned, whether they realize it or not. That title needs to have taught them something. It shouldn't be a question. It should be telling them something, giving them something useful.
Why is that? Just out of curiosity.
It's
Why?
like with YouTube videos. The most people are going to see the title of your most recent video. More people are going to see the title than are going to click on the video. It's impossible for more people to see the video than see the title. If you're looking at the thing that reaches the highest amount of your audience, it is the first part that they interact with. They have to read the title to even want to look at the rest of the video.
But you're using your title to teach them something, which is really that must be challenging.
Because my goal is to, like, with this whole Nicaraguan mentality thing, I need to think, okay, even for the people who are only going to give me 20 seconds of their time, how do they leave with something valuable? For the people who are going to give me 5 minutes of their time, how do they leave with something valuable? For the people who are going to give me hours of their time, how do they leave with something valuable? And I have to build my content in a way that doesn't just focus on the people who are going to give me all the time, because I need to be converting these people. Like, instead of just having someone come to me for 20 seconds and then never coming back to me, I need someone to come to me for 20 seconds, remember a sentence, do something in their life, think about that sentence, and come back to me. And I need to foster that. And the mentality I'm using to foster that is to really focus on, like, okay, at this point, imagine people stop. How do they learn something? Right? Because really, like, a lot of the emails design text and titles to try and hook a person so that they read the email. But the whole philosophy of my marketing plan is that most people now have been raised in this marketing environment, and they can tell when something's being sold to them, and it activates a defensive nature. So I have to focus on doing the opposite. Give useful information. Give something. Just focus on doing that, because that's what my YouTube channel was. That's what the Udemy course was. That's what all the really good things I've done that have actually led to change in my life, they, through purpose or accident, were focused on giving a solution to a problem, not trying to convince and hook and use these emotional tricks. Because if you are useful and you just focus on being useful from the beginning, none of that tricks matter. You don't have to use those, because you're actually giving people what they need and they want to engage with you. And at least that's the mentality I'm taking. Maybe I'm wrong, and if I am, whatever, I'll learn that in the future.
No, makes sense.
But so yeah, that's the thing. I gotta convert all the concepts into titles that teach something, even if they never read the rest of it. And then I gotta write the body of the email. And these are rough drafts, so this isn't perfect at all. And that's kind of what I wanted to show. There's a concept I'll explain. But so each of these boxes that you see, I don't have word wrap right now, so they just kind of go on forever. But they are a rough draft of an email that explains this concept. So I've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Yeah, I've done 18 of them. So not half of them, but I'm at the 30% point. And the goal was to do 5. So that's pretty solid. That's a good example of, like, there were 3 or 4 days where I just did, no, there were 2 or 3 days where I just did 1 or 2. And then when I was on the airplane, I did like 6. And then there was another occasion where I did like 5 or 6. So 3 of the sessions were like 2 minutes. And then 2 of the sessions were like 30 minutes or an hour or something like that. But this has been a really interesting project because, like, in this case too, I've already identified all these concepts, and these are rough drafts. They don't have to be perfect. I literally just have to look and be like, okay, this is how to stream video games. Now I type in my thoughts of why that's relevant and what it means. There's no creative thinking here. There's no time-consuming energy. Like, it literally is easy. I've already laid everything out. Why do I put this off? Why do I procrastinate? You know what I mean? Like, it's funny because I still have these mental preconceptions about my work that are wrong. This is easy. I can do it. It's not a problem. But I still feel like that sometimes. And so, okay, say that for next week, how do I address that? And so that's the kind of task I wanted to get into. Because what I realized is it's not that I don't want to do it. It's that I don't like looking at this spreadsheet. It's freaking boring, and it's lame, and it's a little bit intimidating because it's just a bunch of text. So theoretically, I can change the format of my spreadsheet so I feel like it's pretty, and then I'll enjoy working on it. Because there's other things that I've made, like Google Sheets. There's some documents I've made that I'm really, really proud of. Like, I have this eBay thing that I made for people that's free and like open source and is available on multiple places online. And it's a flowchart, right?
Yeah.
So, like, I loved making this. I feel like it's intuitive. It makes sense. I like looking at it. But it started out looking like this. And then I had that same feeling of like, ugh, when I was looking at it. And then I made it look pretty. And then I enjoyed working on it.
When
And
you say make it look pretty, what do you mean? You put color? What? How do you make it pretty? I mean, you don't have to go into great detail, but how would you make it pretty?
Okay, well, for example, this text wrapping and stuff is kind of intimidating. So I would have to figure out how to. Can I just click on it? No, that doesn't work. Does that work? Basically, I would change the sizing of everything so that I can see these, and I would probably do stuff like this, like change this so that it is like bigger, change the numbers so they're the biggest.
Yeah, bigger text.
Yeah,
is
bigger
good.
text. Also add like something like some kind of grid. Like maybe something like that, so that there's lines that keep everything a bit more together. Increase some of the size here, make this more spread out, add some colors. So typically I would start with like some base colors, and then I like just seeing color and knowing that it's a different part, because then I don't have to read to see that. And so then what else would I do? Oh, I would go here and I would turn text wrapping to wrap like that. And then I would change this to be centered so it looks a little bit more even like that. And then I also might change these so that they're all the same size, but now I can see a little bit better. Okay, these are the paragraphs, this is the title. But yeah, that's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. Just
Yeah, makes it less boring somehow.
yeah, exactly. And then makes it just easier to interact with. And it's funny how like okay, even me explaining that, how long did that take? That was like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And it's not pretty now, but it's prettier.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I know what you're saying. It's a totally different experience just adding a little color.
Yeah, for me, I guess that when you say pretty, that's the like, because in my head now, I don't think entire document. I just think, okay, number 16 is how to use Pinterest for business. All I care about is the green area. I'm writing in the green area.
Right.
It makes it easier for me to not get distracted by everything, because my brain knows this is the orange numbers column. I don't care about that now. I don't have to try and read the numbers. They're orange. I know that it just makes it And that's even like right at the beginning, but the more you use the document, that becomes like even more true.
You just gave me a great idea because every time I list something on eBay, I put it on a spreadsheet, and I do lose my place a lot because I'm bumping from different, tabs and stuff.
Yeah.
And especially when I sell something, I'm putting in the different fees and stuff, and I'm tabbing around, and I keep losing my place, and it's not that bad, but I mean, if I just temporarily, I'm not saying forever, but just while I'm doing it, if I highlight it or put in a different color just briefly, I think that would help me a lot. It's
Yeah.
funny.
Probably. It usually does. Our brains like seeing color. It like the act of seeing contrasting between colors makes us feel pleasure. It's just we're so used to it because we see colors every day. We might not think that's actually happening, but
Yeah.
our brains like color. They
Yeah.
like that. It's vivid. Although that's not true for everyone. Like I live with someone who sees in black and white.
Oh boy. Yeah.
So he has
And,
that concept, but it's like he likes the shades of gray and the shinier
oh,
things
wow.
and the
Yeah.
fluffy things. Like, it's interesting.
Hmm.
But so that's what I worked on. There's also some other stuff I've been doing, but a lot of it's related to World of Warcraft. I have like there's a lot of commitments for that. It's kind of intimidating actually. I have like more work. I have like 4 hour commitments in WoW to play with a group of 40 other people, and it's intense teamwork. So like if you screw up, 39 people die. And it's intimidating. Like I actually have the most anxiety inducing things in my life are currently in a video game.
That's awesome. That's
Well,
easy.
Yeah.
you can see it like as a sport or something. You're just constantly engaged in
Well, for me, it's
act.
yeah, that's how it is. It's not that I think that I'm gonna be like a professional video game player. There's two main things here. One, my end game in life is to create a video game of the style of a MMO, which is a
Oh,
multi-massive online role-playing game. And the reason for that is because MMOs are the most influential form of media that exists. Like the amount of time, if you measure influence as the amount of time by hours a human will spend on your product, engaging and interacting with it, there's nothing that gets more hours than MMOs. MMOs will get tens of thousands of hours from individuals. Like, just to give you guys some perspective, in this game, I have 2 months of played time, right? That's
mm-hmm.
30 days times 2 times 24 hours. That means I've put 1,000, almost 1,500 hours into this game just since I started playing in the end of last year in the past 4 months. That's so much influence, and that's normal for players of this. And so for me, um, knowing that I want to create a video game that has the power to influence and teach people to improve their lives without realizing that's what's going on, I have to study the most successful video games that did that. And the most influential game by hours spent, arguably, is World of Warcraft. At its peak,
Yeah.
it had 11 million people who were paying a monthly fee for it. That's not 11 million total users over time. That's 11 million people paying $15 every month. That's $15 million in subscription income. It's insane. Like World of Warcraft is a ridiculous case study for that reason. And so I'm in a position where not only am I interested, but it is literally me getting to know the insides outs of one of the most famous games of all time in a way where I'm not playing alone. I'm with 39 other people who are just as passionate and into it as I am. And that part was missing in the past. And that part, that social part, those other people, that's why people spend so much time playing these games. It's not because of the game itself, it's because of the other people who are also playing it and the bonds that you form with these people. And that is exactly what I'm trying to study for when I create video games in the future. But that's like a long off far thing. And then there's also the reality that I can make videos about the stuff that I'm doing in World of Warcraft and earn money from that. And I've already prototyped that with that edited video I made, and it's the most popular YouTube video I have at the moment. Like by 48-hour periods, that a Udemy video showing how I made the Udemy course and a video about recording macros on a computer are my most viewed videos by recurring 48-hour periods. So that's like shows that there is interest. And it's funny because we're talking about three completely different things that are my top three videos: course creation, video game stuff, and macros. Like the video game and macro ones actually have a lot in common. Most of the people who watch the macro video are people who are watching the macro video so they can cheat in a video game. But still, it's different, you know. But anyway, I got a bit distracted there. Tangential.
What do you mean by macro? What is that?
A macro? Here, I'll show you. 1 second. Okay, share. Share my. Can I share my desktop? I guess I can just share my screen. Okay, can you see my cluttered desktop?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm going to open a program called Macro Recorder. Now I'm going to record a new macro. I'm going to click over here. I'm going to open new folder. And then I'm going to stop recording. Okay? Things are screwed up a little bit because of this Zoom UI, so... Alright, you guys saw that I just did something on the computer, right?
Yeah.
Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click play. I'm not doing anything. Computer opened up the folder. That's a macro.
Yeah, Bray, I thought you used those with your trading sometimes. I thought I heard you mention it, but maybe I'm mistaken.
Yeah, I just didn't know what the a macro was. So I call it a screen recording. But it seems like is it making your computer do specific tasks, or is that just recording?
Let's show you. Okay, so I will do this again. I'm going to act like I'm making a new one. 1 second. Let me move this. This is kind of in the way here. I'm going to put it there, I guess. So I'm going to make a new macro. Open here. Open this folder. Okay, stop. Now I'm going to look at the macro. This is what I just made. I recorded a bunch of commands. So you can see here there's a movement of the mouse and then a delay for how many milliseconds I took to then do something else. So all of these are movements, me moving the mouse around. And then occasionally you see this is left button down, left button up, left button down, left button up. That's a double click. You click down, let up. Click down, let up. So just to give you some perspective of how quick things happen, right? These 4 commands is like just that double click motion, right? And this is a really short macro. And like if you imagine you needed to make this manually, that would take forever. But by being able to just record what you're doing, right? And a macro, this is just one instance of a macro. Macros have a lot of different usages, but a macro is automation. It's when you recorded something and you're running it on a loop so you can save time so you don't have to do it. You can use macros to list items on eBay. You can use them to cross post. There's so many use cases for macros. It's an incredibly versatile tool. In my case, people use this YouTube video because it allows them to go AFK, which is away from keyboard, right? So they'll like set their character up, position him so that he mines the gold, and then he smelts it and he puts it in his backpack, and then he does that 100 times just on a loop over and over again.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
Yeah.
you're off masturbating or doing something else, right? I say that because of the comments in the macro video, just for reference.
I was like, where did he get that from?
Yeah, no, that's a thing. That's very much a
Oh
thing.
man, you gotta love those comments, man. But yeah, you just put me onto something really, really cool, man. Recently I just been getting hit left and right with new automation techniques and all this type of stuff. Like you could do email marketing on straight autopilot, where it just searches for the type of people you're looking for, sends them emails automatically, and does a follow up to where they can link into your Calendly and all that. And it's like, wow, just automatic. The guy just wakes
Yeah.
up for 1 hour, checks
Automation's
his
amazing, man.
leads. Yeah.
Are these your clients or potential clients that you've already been in contact with, Bray? Because you got to be careful about spamming. You can get kind of.
Oh yeah, it's a friend that does it, and yeah, he does it. It's not See, what he does is his system automatically scans all the social media, anybody, that puts contact information on the internet, his software will automatically scan for that type of industry that you searched in, and then it goes into his CRM where he can make specific emails just for the type of people he's looking for, and then it automatically sends the emails on the set schedule they have set out. It's all automatic. It's like, wow, he just makes money like too well. He pushes his business too, because he got to keep building up more. But he could just literally just do it for like an hour and a half, take a couple cell calls, and he's done.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Gotta love it.
Automation, man, is gonna be a job taker. I ain't not gonna lie.
Time for us to pick our tasks and our course. I gotta hurry now, so we gotta move forward.
Okay.
So I will say my task will be twofold. I will continue to pretty up the document by the end of tomorrow. I will do that, make it look more accessible, and then I will keep doing the same thing where every day I work on that document. Now, like, I'm not going to finish it completely. I'm going to finish it, everything's going to be filled out, but these are all rough drafts. From that point, the next step is to figure out what autoresponder service I'm going to load this database into, and then look at what the emails are going to look like. What's my end user going to see? How is the experience going to be for them? And then I'm going to populate it, and then I'll be, okay, the person signs up, they initiate this, they're getting these emails once a week. That's the framework. Now I got to build the website with all of this information as the spine and with video content, and I can reference the text in the emails to get my brain started, because that's something I've noticed. Like, having all of those subjects already picked out, I can just be like, boop, okay, what is that? And I'll sit there and I'll be like, I don't know how to think about it. But then if I change it, and I bring my friend and I'm like, hey, this is a concept. Can you ask me what that is? And then he asks me what it is, and I answer him, and I'm like, what the fuck? Why does that work?
Yeah.
So you're literally thinking about, trying to work on something, and then you get you're like trying to brainstorm, then you get one of your friends to ask you the same question you're asking yourself.
Yeah, and then you just
bam.
say the answer. It's like,
I guess you're just more of a verbal person. You're more of a verbal person, Jack.
I think
I think it,
I have to interact with
Auditory.
things.
I
So
think it's energy related.
yeah, it's because of the energy of another person. And verbally, of course, is like the way to do that, but it's also seeing them and hearing that other perspective, um, not going on a tangent.
Try to keep the time down low. I feel you.
Yeah. So that's my task. Who's going
Okay.
next?
I'll go next because I didn't even say what I did last week. So, oh yeah, I was supposed to do 3 applications last week. I didn't do it because I'm kind of waiting on my job that I'm at now. I mean, they've been hiring more people for the swing shift, so I was like,
Oh, so they
seems like
might
they're
not
gonna.
be ending?
I was not ending as early as they said because it was supposed to end in March, and now they
Okay.
pushed it back to May. But there's no telling how long they're gonna keep the swing shift. But
Yeah.
they've been hiring people on for the swing shift, so it's like, all right, maybe,
Okay,
you know.
cool.
So, but I have been working on my Canon cookbook, and I want to get that over to this guy on Fiverr. He said he could make it into an ebook for me. So all I gotta do is make the text real nice and instruct, because I won't
You
be
got to
able
get
to.
all the raw data.
Yeah, because I won't be able to edit it once he puts it in the ebook, because I don't have Adobe Photoshop or something else he said
Yeah.
for
Okay.
the source file. So I'll do that for my weekly task, to send it off to him to get it started with the ebook.
Okay, cool. So your task is to send the raw data to the VA so that he can create the ebook.
Correct.
Okay, cool. Awesome. Let me, 1 second. Hey Siri, open notes.
Oh, so you got on Google Keep, Jack?
No, this is
No?
just
Oh.
some built-in notepad thing.
Oh, okay. That works too. Probably is the same, probably very much the same.
Okay, Jack's doing 1 new draft every day and making the thing look pretty by tomorrow. Ray is sending ebook data to VA. So Bray, how can you break that up? Because in my experience, if I have one kind of big task that I have to finish, I'm gonna wait until last minute and do it on day 7. But if I have a daily task that accumulates to produce that, then I'm going to do it every day. So for me, I'm not saying this is best for you, but for me, I would do better in your position if I identified a daily task that would make me finish it after a week. Does that make sense? But I'm not saying you have to do that. I'm just saying in your case, that's
Yeah.
why I'm saying like I'm going to add 1 to this every day because I want to finish. But if I just say I'm going to finish, then I always end up waiting and then just trying to do a whole bunch of it. And then often I don't work as much and I feel guilty and I beat myself up and it's dumb. I'm dumb.
Nah, I understand. I mean, what really works for me is just having that reminder there, because I'm the type of person, as soon as I feel bored or I'm like, all right, what should I do? I just look up what tasks that I
Okay.
currently have up and just go to work at it.
Amazing. I usually watch a movie. Just kidding.
That's
Well, no,
that's
I'm not.
why I don't have a Netflix subscription. Exactly why.
Okay, cool. So Bray's sending ebook data to the VA by next meeting. Okay, Rita.
Yeah, I don't know exactly how I should word it, but I've got to follow through and get this product key from this guy for this laptop.
Okay.
And if he doesn't send it, I'm going to have to do something I don't like to do, which is return the thing. It's either that or I could buy
He's
my
got
own.
a bunch of product keys. He'll get you one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So as long as he responds and everything, then that shouldn't be too hard. But it just may require some follow up. I don't know.
You can literally like if you have a refurbishing license, you can just purchase lists of like hundreds of them.
Okay.
He's in a position where if he doesn't fix this for you, that's really surprising to me.
Okay. But it's hard for me to follow through sometimes.
Yeah.
Like if I don't hear from him right away, I might get discouraged. That's my old past Rita.
Okay, so either activate with him or return it and get a new one. Either way, fixing the problem.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know it sounds dumb, but
No, it's not. You're talking about having a laptop, which is the fundamental machine that allowed me to do absolutely everything that I do in my life. So I don't think this is dumb setup stuff.
I need it.
Okay.
Yeah, my laptop's more important than my phone right now.
Yeah. Oh man. Okay, so you posted a course you wanted to do, right, Rita? So does that mean we don't even have to pick it? We're just picking your one?
If you want, it's
Sure,
a Da Vinci course. And I know Bray uses Da Vinci too, so maybe
How long
we'll
is
find
it?
It's less than an hour.
Awesome. Cool.
Wow, interesting.
I filtered for that.
Yeah, nice. Good.
I don't want no 4-hour course. I mean, they have them, plenty of them.
And you linked it in the Discord, right? I think.
Yep, it's already there. If you guys want to do it, but what do you think, Bray?
Yep,
All right.
that's a great idea. Yep.
Okay.
Can
Good,
you,
good.
Rita? Can you link the course in the weekly courses section?
Oh yeah.
And just say so the format when we do this is here's the link to the course and it is to be done by the date of the next live stream, which is February 23rd.
Okay. I'll copy and paste your last one.
Wait. Rita will link this week's course, which is to be done by February 23rd. Okay, all you have to do is post the link now.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
There you
Sorry.
go. It's all good.
Sorry.
It's the little
Just about
things.
done. All right, done.
Awesome. All right. You guys want to say anything else? Any closing remarks?
No, I think that's it. Make it nice and short, and hope you have a great week, man. How long are you gonna be in the States?
Month.
A
Okay.
month. Wow.
Yeah.
You have you have to, don't you? You have to stay away for a
Yeah,
while.
and I'm incentivized to make it longer because if it looks like you're only traveling to reset your visa and you're taking the minimal approaches, you get problems. However, that's in the reality where like you're never buying plane tickets, you're only taking buses to Costa Rica, you're staying for like 2 hours and turning around.
Oh,
Really, I'm not doing anything wrong. I just travel a lot and I have a lifestyle that allows me to stay traveling. And I leave before I'm in a place illegally and I reset the visas, so it's fine. But explaining that to all the airport people is like a chore. It's so hard to, because some of them are really like aggressive and angry, and then they're like, "Where are you from?" And I'm like, Sri Lanka, and they're like, "But you're not Sri Lanka," and I'm like, I don't know what to tell you, dude. Like, they're like, "Why are you in Nicaragua so much?" Because it's cheap. How do you earn money? I make courses. How much do you earn from courses? Oh, okay, that's cool. Bye. Thank you. But I always have to do so many like, it's not easy to explain. Yeah. Anyway, I'm tangential. Anyway, awesome guys. Thanks. Sorry this one's short. See you guys
All
next
right.
week.
Thank you.
Peace.
See you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.